Hello there everyone, my name is Clink and welcome back to the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. So last time we finished up the Temple of Time and today we need to figure out how to get up into the sky, which is pretty vague. We'll probably find our answer over at Telma's though. That's always a good starting point, so we'll do that. I'm also probably going to do some side stuff today. I don't think I'm going to make too much progress on the main quest front. I would like to get some heart pieces that I know about, and I also want to maybe spend a little bit of time hunting down a few Poes. Might do that too, since I think I don't know how many Poes we can get up to before the next dungeon, but it's pretty close to the maximum. Because like I've said, I think there's 3 in the Cave of Ordeals, which I won't do Cave of Ordeals until right before we go beat the game. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit before we go do that. That is not the letters. This is the letters. Something about Ilia's memory that I wish to tell you. I know you're busy, but please come visit me in my sanctuary in Kakariko Village. Okay, so maybe that's where we need to go. Because Ilia's memory at this point, we're finally going to solve that issue. The game finally brings that plot point back into play. So let's go to Kakariko. And talk to Renato about the memory. So, we'll probably solve our memory next time. And then it'll be the part after that where I get pretty close to the next dungeon. We're probably looking at 3 or 4 parts before the next dungeon, though. Can't change here. Over here? There we go. So let's go talk to Renato. I think this was his house. Yeah, here we go. And there's, is that Virus? I don't remember. I don't think it is. Darvis. Okay. Darvis happened to hear that an acquaintance of our brother's had lost her memory and was in some trouble. Me, I came down here because I have a little something to discuss with the shaman. Alright. Link, did you hear what the shaman said? Not yet. I've been waiting for you. Fortune has smiled upon us. If things go well, we should be able to help Ilia recover her memory. Do you know Thomas' friend, Shad? Well, it seems he is researching the heavens, and he has come here to see the statue in the basement of the sanctuary. And as I have learned, when Ilia was saved, she overheard someone talking about the Rod of the Heavens, or something like that. The Grand Elder believes that to help her regain her lost memories, we must piece together the fragments of her past. Which means if we work our way backward from the very place where she lost her memory, we may be able to find something that will restore it. Now we must retrace Ilia's path. I am certain it was Telma who cared for her before she arrived in this village, was it not? It would be best to speak with her first. Please take this to Telma. Okay, there's Renato's letter. Shames me to say it, but to be honest, I cannot abide Telma's company. We have a fighting choice. Or chance. Like, man. I can't read anymore, man. So yeah, this is a quest item. This isn't going to show up in our letter box thing, it looks like. So let's go deliver that to Telma. But I think I'm going to use this as a chance to actually do something else. So I'm going to warp over to Snow Peak, and I'll meet you guys there in a second. Alright, and welcome back to Snow Peak. So what I want to do is right here. And this is probably going to take me a while. Long time since we meet. Wife feeling better. Nice weather for sleds. You try? Race to home. So yeah, we're gonna do some snowboard racing against Yito and Yita. Right, you crouch and then jump. Okay. I'm gonna have to get used to the controls for this again. But yeah, this is probably my favorite mini game in any Zelda game. However, I'm not very good at it, admittedly. At least beating Yita. Yito is not so hard. But Yita is very, very fast. So you will have to be ready for that. We're just going to enjoy the music and go for some sledding. I land on the trees. Oh, man. Yeah, with the races here, you definitely want to get to know the shortcuts, as there is quite a few, so we're gonna like race along here, but you don't want to fall off like I'm about to do, because if you fall, you gotta restart. Yeah, that path, it's so thin, but it's so much faster, so I guess I'll meet you guys back over there. All right, there we go. We've managed to beat Yito at the very least. Now is gonna be the hard part. So if you want to get your heart piece, you have to beat Yita, which, whew, you good, you worthy sledder. You want rematch, you go back to Mountaintop. Your best time of Clink 132. You tried to break record. It good time. I love sled. I race anytime. All right, then, yeah, I know that, Midna. I want to go back up to the, oh my god, okay, yeah, fine. I talk to, no, I want to talk to Yito, come on. There we go. Oh, all right. I guess I'll meet you guys back up there then. Okay, so I'm going to do my best on beating this. Like I said, this is probably gonna take me quite a few attempts. So, yeah, I'll probably show my first attempt here and then, whatever the winning one is. So, yeah, as you can see, she just goes on her stomach and moves. You need to know every dirty trick and shortcut you can get your hands on to beat her. She just goes so fast, especially near the end. So be ready to jump and not do that. If you do that almost at all, she will definitely beat you. But I assume there's some form of rubber banding involved in this. I don't quite remember, but I'm pretty sure that there is. See, look, she even lands on those. She's so good. And what did I hit? Never noticed that purple rupee on the ground there. Yeah, see, she will go this way. You need to be able to take this path in order to win. Otherwise, you stand 0 chance at victory. So, yeah, I'll see you guys on my winning run. Yes, I finally got it. Okay, that took me about 12 minutes of attempts. You too good. I overconfident maybe. You slimmer than husband. Maybe that your secret. You aerodynamic. You take this as token of respect for sled skills. All right, there we go. That is Piece of Heart 36 acquired. You come back and race anytime. So there is another Poe to get here in Snow Peak somewhere, which I think is in the cave. I think we needed the ball and chain to get it, so we're gonna head back in there for a second just to see. But yeah, that took way longer than I would have liked it. But I like that minigame a lot, so I don't really mind playing it several times. It's a really fun minigame, so it's kind of nice getting to play it while I can. Just getting to snowboard down. But yeah, let's head in here and look around for the big ice crystal things that you can break with the ball and chain. These in particular. So I do believe that there's a Poe inside of one of these. Yep, there it is. Hey there, buddy. And that is all of the Poes here in Snow Peak. So we are all good here. We can go on ahead and get out of this little cave. So yeah, we're getting pretty close to 50. I'm gonna have to go around and do a bit more Poe hunting, but not a lot at the very least. So let's go on ahead. How are we looking here? 17 out of 19, 3 out of 8. So a lot of them are here. How are we doing over here? 4 out of 6. But what I'm going to do is warp to, I guess Zora's Domain will do the trick. Because we're going to go to the North Hyrule Field, and we're going to go knock out another heart piece, because why not, I guess. And see what we can do from there. But we are running a little low on heart pieces to go get. I can't think of any others that I can do for now. I think the other ones are going to be in the quest to get to the sky. So we should be fine on them after this next one. Whoa. Not expecting that. So yeah, let's head over to Northern Hyrule Field, because we can finally go into this one cave and do the puzzles in there now that we have the ball and chain. It's mostly ice block puzzles, but I think you need the ball and chain for at least a little bit of stuff in here. So I wanted to wait till I had it, at the very least, so we can do that. And we're almost to North Hyrule Field. It's down through this one. Just gotta remember, it's always the torches and stuff to go through. It's just we end up at the part of it I don't really want to be at. In fact, it probably would be faster. No, because I went through Zora's Domain. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Okay. This might also be stuff that it would be faster to wait, like, another 45 minutes of the main quest to do, because we'll get a very helpful item for going around Hyrule, but I've already committed to it at this point, so yeah, that's what we're doing. But it's just over here anyway, where the cave is, I think. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to spend some time searching for Poes. I think I'm gonna try to finish up almost all of the Poe quest before the Sky Dungeon as well. Like, I want to be just about done on side stuff in the game before that dungeon, at least as much as I can be. But I think I'm gonna save the stamp quest for after. I think that's the one thing I'm gonna save. The stamp quest and the Cave of Ordeals are the two things that'll be saved. But all will be done before the last major dungeon. That'll reward us a heart container at least. So let's go ahead and break ourselves in. Yeah, we at least needed the ball and chain to break in. So yeah, like I said, this is mostly ice block puzzles. We need to get to the one in the middle, which push here, and push this here. Yeah. I'm doing this just fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to push this one up against the block over there, and then we're going to push the block over there back around and into this one. Exactly like what we did in Snow Peak, actually. We did the same exact puzzle. It's just the floor around it is slightly different, but it's the same general idea at the very least. So as long as you remember that, you'll be fine. As you can see, this is 3 different ice block puzzle rooms. So to get onto this switch, okay, this is going to be the hardest of the 3. So what I'm going to go prioritize this one, I think. So I want to push that there. I'm going to be sitting here thinking about this one for a little bit. I know I'm pushing this one off, but that's just what I'm having to do for now to get to this one. And then have I messed up completely? Is that what the game's telling me? I'll be back once I kind of figure out more of this one, I think. Okay, I think I'm in a good position here, actually, because I think if I play my cards right, what I can do is I have a block right next to both switches, and what I can do is I can push this block up against this one, and then into this, and then all I have to do is push this one around, and it'll hit the other one, and then we're good. So I managed to get that to work out fairly well somehow. Unintentionally, but we got through that one. 3 blocks, switches in the middle. So this one's just an exercise in a little bit of tedium, I think. That's usually how one that is in the middle would go. Oh, but it takes all 3. So you have to push. Because I can definitely get this into the middle. I think what I have to do first, though, is push the other 2 out of the way. Or at least this one. Gotta push this one out of the way a little bit. So that what I can do is get this into position to push this, and then get that over. It's the same thing though. It's the same thing as the first one, just wrap it around. Yeah. And that'll do the trick for that one. That's all 3 of our ice block puzzles to get that heart piece. Yeah, not the most entertaining heart piece, admittedly, but at least I hope this is a heart piece. It should be. I don't think there's a Poe in here, is there? It's 37 pieces of hot. I am gonna check for a Poe on the way out. Well, I don't know why I'm doing this. I have the Poe lantern. I can just use that. Of which there's 0. Okay. So yeah, now that we have those, let's actually bring Renato's letter over to Telma. So okay, this is where some of my Poes are. Good to know. I'll need to remember that. Because I'll probably do the Poe hunt during the Sky character quest. I think that's my plan. Just stretch that out and search for stuff while I'm doing it. Oh, I remember where one of the heart pieces is actually during the Sky quest. Okay. I think I remember 2 of them are. I don't remember how many are in that one altogether, but I remember 2 of them. And I think this is going to point us to a certain area, which will be good to do next time. That's a fun area too. And that also has a heart piece tied to it. Okay, so I'm remembering a lot of the heart pieces. That means I only don't know where one of them is, actually. If 4 more in dungeons, that means we have 4 more out in the overworld. I know where 3 of them are. So, yeah. I feel like I've had to like think aloud about the heart pieces a lot throughout this game, but it's just kind of what happens when I don't know where they all are as well off the top of my head. Like I did in Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask. But hello Telma, here is the letter. Oh, well, if it isn't from Renato the Shaman, all this writing and he doesn't bother to mention a thing about little old me. Honey, that is what I call rude. Well, there's no accounting for the foolishness of a man. The depths of your foolishness. I had to say it, honestly. And at least I understand Ilya's situation now. Of course, I can lend a hand for that adorable little girl. What else do I know? The first one to bring Ilya to the shop was that doctor. Maybe he knows something. He's a crusty old bat, that's for sure. I've got it, honey. You go ahead and take this to him. This magic little paper will get that codger talking. Got the invoice. It's for the town's doctor's running tab, which is an astronomical sum. Oh boy. So yeah, let's go find him. Which I think I know where he is usually located. I'm pretty sure it's all the way out by the edge of town. This is not the right way. The camera here gets me really mixed up occasionally. Okay. So let's go up to him. And this will probably be the last thing I do in this part. But the thing I want to do next time will take a little bit, so I'm kind of wanting to push this as far as I can in a reasonable amount of time today. And I think it's this building. Is that bone important? I think the bone is important for something. Hello, sir. What's that? Just as I wondered who it might be, I see it's the admirable young lad who is willing to help the Zora boy for a nary single rupee. Just what is it you want, lad? A physical? You've got some money, don't you? No. By the way, that girl Ilya didn't mention anything about me, did she? Excuse me? Excuse me, sir? I'm gonna have to call, oh my god, I'm blanking on his name. Oh my god, who's the To Catch a Predator guy? I forgot. I'm gonna remember it, like, way later. Can't pay this off right now. I can see Thomas hired you as some sort of heavy to strong army, but she'll have to wait. Look, lad, if I'd been able to sell the wooden statue that young lady had, I would have been able to get the money. But see, I accidentally spilled medicine all over the little carving, which made it stink awfully. I put it outside to dry, but then, well, it was stolen. Who goes around stealing people's stuff like that? What a world. You always have to be on guard, eh? Look, Mr. Heavy, at any rate, neither the money nor the carving is here, so I can't repay you. Now to work. To work! Well, looks like the carving is missing, but I will leave finding it to the me of next time. So I'll end this part here, and I'll see you guys then, where we'll hunt down this carving and continue searching for a way to get Ilya's memory back. Bye-bye.